Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Scribes and Men. I am the Mad Poet on his journey to reach 10,000 poems, which is what all of this is about. We are on volume 27, going up towards volume 30, to which then, after I reach volume 4, you'll understand the system as we go along, but every time I reach 1,000, I display basically the next 1,000 that I've written. That's how this goes, all the way up until 10,000. So with that being said, let's get into it. A lady once had something to say, with her shirt that matched her eyes of gray. She would then go and show, for the people to know, the hearts of all whom she would now play. To summon up 1,001 things to write, with every fiber of my being to summon up my might, to direct my hands where I long for them to go, with lines of words I seek for them to show. Gone missing from the pages of history, can it even be any mystery, of all the things we have forgotten and lost, never to realize the price of time's cost? Should probably fix this somehow. Thrown off the plane, and now we're free falling, captured by a feeling ever so enthralling, to cast a parachute before hitting the ground, only to then desire to go for another round. Self-imposed rules staring me in the face, making me question my skills and place, as my mind begins to haunt all I've done, and as panic sets in with my desire to stop and run. Caught in a maze of your own making, while others search for treasures to be taking. So follow the wisdom written along the walls, and perhaps you'll find your way out of these halls. So many things to do, so many things to write. As all these ideas come into my sight, then jot down a verse, maybe two, like a compulsion demanding for me to do. We are our own worst enemy, or so they say, as our thoughts haunt us day by day, allowing anxiety and fear to creep on in, as we spiral while allowing it to win. White fox among snow, haunting in its Arctic style, a pounce, prey is caught. If speed is a lesson, you'd think I'd have gone faster, like racing a cheetah and then going past her. Yet you might as well call me a sloth with my still collection of moths. King of the castle before they all fall, hubris the cause for those too blind to see. Whatever happened to for one and all, king of the castle before they all fall. Always too deaf to hear the warning call, a story given for you and for me. King of the castle before they all fall, hubris the cause for those too blind to see. All for convenience, from whom would you steal, as soon as things get rough with an uncomfortable feel? So much for loving your neighbor as yourself, when you envy and go and acquire their wealth. When you look in the mirror, are you happy with who you are, or do you mourn the lost chances of each falling star? When dreams fade away like mists in the wind and air, before dropping emotionally and staring on dead without care. Is this an obsession or just a passing fad, a momentary interest like all the others you've had? Or is this something you'd finally bite into, holding on to it like a crocodile dream come true? They create a divide and you wonder why there's no one to find, when they killed off romance and now begin to panic in kind. Consequences of believing in all that they went and said, as loneliness begins creeping deeper in with the propaganda it led. Falling without a sense of gravity, deep into my own depravity, blood is needed to wash these sins away, dead to myself until Jesus showed me the way. Spinning around like the windmills of my mind, whirling thoughts spinning around of every kind, from blurry to clear, written down line by line, for things that cannot always be something to define. Under the moonlight, watching the stars at midnight, the beauty of space. Everyone's caught up within the rat race, hierarchy given each person to their place. Make of what you will to crawl higher, to create or destroy with a fire. Moments of prayer and meditation, facing off against my frustration, thinking I'm fine when I'm really not, while crying to God, completely distraught. All things fade away through each season's dawning day, towards the future, while taking all for granted. With time's fickle nature, let us embrace the moment. Birds upon a wire, what do they see, tilting their heads so curious and free, of all that happens down below, what do they all see and know? Time moves faster as we grow older. Are we still timid, or have we become bolder, as we scramble about to and fro, while guessing through every path we go? Schedule a weakness when you're time blind, as you blink and there's no time to find, all while it's your self-imposed restrictions, as you panic when not meeting your constrictions. Embracing the strange and weird, when it's normalcy we've all feared, like freaks performing in a carnival, while embracing stories canonical. Don't give me any 2 steps, but swing instead, shuffling around from music that's been fed. Dance down upon the ballroom floor. Could I ever go asking for anything more? We're falling in places unseen. There is no help. Patiently waiting for something to move behind walls where there is no groove, while hijacking every stone I chisel, as I hope my body and my mind doesn't fizzle. If some dreams are shooting stars, make mine a constellation. Should this be a Z? Hold on, let me just see. No, okay, so I was right. Feels like it should be a Z, but whatever. Anyways, let's go on to the next one. If some dreams are shooting stars, and make mine a constellation, looked permanently upon by every single nation, then allow me to tear it down in order to tame, and once I'm done, will I amongst all ever be the same? There's no reliance on myself with the schedules I create that stir up anxiety in my mind into a stressed out state, all while trying to catch up and finally calm down as I run faster than the thoughts that try to come and drown. What reason is there to be in dismay as your project comes with its own delay? For there are many things to learn to improve while going forward in turn. Breath's meditation, bringing peace upon the soul, a Zen state of mind. Always struggling between 2 states of being, like Jekyll and Hyde with all that I'm seeing, order and chaos forever mixed into one, as I question it all while under the sun. I fear no work, just that which is dead, as stagnation rises where I am instead, in dead-end jobs where my soul cries, never escaping no matter the numerous tries. Would I be more at peace if each moment I embraced, from the steps I walk and the places I've traced, taking each moment within its own stride, and move slower where even time would confide? That feeling of seething rage from one bad day, and you are no sage, as you let everything fall as you let go, gathering the rest like hate-fueled ammo. The shine of silver moonlight upon winter's night, time of the solstice. Cost of a memory, of what will you pay when the cost is not gold and silver to your dismay? There is no boatman here to come and take, so what will you pay for a memory to forsake? One step forward, another step back, as frustration comes in to attack. From lessons of failures you struggled to learn, wishing it all would just go and finally burn. Running around with thoughts affecting the brain, intruding in with actions of the insane, one to another causing a person's infamy, as onlookers watch, as if it was the Sixth Symphony. Smile like you want towards everyone you lie, no questioning of motives or even asking why, for how can they know when you don't let them see, with disguises so precise, never knowing who you'll be. The warmth of summer on our skin as we play outside. I blink and time moves on by, living like eternity up in the sky, as distractions come along to tempt, while my mind holds me in contempt. Crying for love while speaking hate, wondering why you're in this state. Always a victim when it's yourself you should blame, while blaming life as you try and rig the game. Always someone else's fault, never your own, despite the evidence displayed and shown. Got a bone to pick, why don't you look in the mirror? Perhaps then you'll see yourself a little clearer. Clever little people with minds so blank, seeking their trophy and medal and rank. Seeking their trophy, medal, and rank. Despite coming in with wild dead last, crying it's not fair, anyone got past. Good things always come in two sets that we all long for. Sinking in the water, come watch me drown. In the deep blue, going all the way down. But how can you drown when you're a fish in the sea, off the hook, and finally set free? A tormented poet painted off with a smile. Is it the words or the face that comes to beguile? While living a life chasing butterflies in the sky, embracing all of the words of nature's die. No sensation of love to take, the next best thing in lust, drowning in pleasure and sin, not because they want to, but must. For who has come and shown them another way, when the world demands you put your sex on display? Crane of the celestial mountains among the dancers, as zither plays in ethereal beauty, as gods drink their peach wine, will they ever look upon mortals in our mundane days? Controversially high by the state of my mind, like the edge of a pen on a page with all words signed, moving with the currents of the air along the water's flow, why stay on the shore counting rocks when there's many places to go? Raise a glass to your kings, then watch them shatter, as reality breaks where nothing will matter, into the wars of fire and anarchy's reign. Are you pleased with the actions that brought about pain? That should be a question mark. No rest for the wicked as they revel in sin, no question of filth or debauchery within. For what can be wrong when it feels so nice, and why live for pleasure if there isn't a vice? Will you tip your hat to the madness of things you can't see, of monsters in shadow, who's crying to be let free? Yet will it be in your own coming dismay if we go freeing each monster while they're ruining each day? The tempest rise in each era's storm embrace. Mind of hate, and you come with a smile, with the corrosion of life and all you defile, in questions of morality while drowning in vice, while offering their souls, asking for a price. Mind of the deranged, now let me begin to try and reveal some light on this sin, tossed into the shadow of a monster under the bed, while listening to false prophecies whispered in the head. Who will stand up to the metaphorical Balrog, like none shall pass, wizard of grey to wizard of white, full of might and mass, now seeking light through the night under the shadow's hand, from all who have fallen victim to the lies of the land? What little hope for anyone to come and see, teaching a way to escape into a life renewed and free, a mind of love, and ye come with a smile, with a renewal of life, with all that is fertile. Bouncing along the halls, across the walls, launched him from various places, learning with curious faces. Call us hexadecimal with our multiple faces, from sad to happy in peculiar places. Yet is any of it who we're meant to be, and what is truth when the lies are truth to see? Questions of madness, no means of a cure, answers from authority to the naive and pure, as no one questions the lies they say, while falling willingly into the arms they play. Lasting impressions from the things we unlearn, from systems we're taught those systems to burn, as experienced members come to teach the skill in ways that teachers and schools refuse to fill. Tired eyes, as eyelids droop down, now sleep. The rebellion is not with you but me. Systems breaking down, can't you see? When my body's trying to adjust, and I'm desperately trying to do what I must. Turn on the news, witnessing all sorts of negativity, witnessing the actions of everyone's depravity, thinking hope for humanity is all but lost. If this was the price, then what was the cost? Everything eventually will be set aflame. Don't speed it up. Do not bring along the wrath filled up from your own cup. It has never been about wanting more decay, but trying to go towards a brighter and better day. You call yourself a punk when you've fallen in line, kissing the feet of the government like it's a sign. When did you start joining the status quo when going against the system is how you used to go? One moment leads to the next throughout time. Playing catch up with what's in my head, unable to keep up with thoughts being said, as they looked at light while playing fetch among the prisms and colors they sketch. Noon comes and I begin to wake from lethargic states of a body for caffeine to take, all the way into the dead of night, dreading the coming of the morning light. Is there a state of understanding among the crowd, oblivious to silence when noise is loud? So how could they ever come to know the states of mind those with sorrow come to show? Placing a nail down into the coffin where death happens ever so often. From moral to physical, what can we say? As all will eventually come and decay. The downpour of rain among the dreary cloudy skies above. Puddles and lakes begin to form onto soaked and muddy streets. I embrace the sorrow of my heart that muddles my mind. Where is a white Christmas when all is doused in rain, and warmer temperatures wishing for snow is rather vain? So make do with what you have for the sake of the season, to sit with your family and to remember the reason. The clock goes ticking on by as we sit wondering why we haven't set out to accomplish our goal that will renew and make us whole. 1 year older and the world circles the sun, wondering of all that we've done. Will it go and eat us completely alive, or have we learned to finally thrive? Gaining headway to bring peace to my mind, to love myself and learn how to be kind. For how can we truly learn to love when we won't lift ourselves above? Struggles of the mind that haunt us like a nightmare, our daily lament. Wishing upon moments we cannot know, longing to know what they will show. But the future's not ours to see, and whatever will be, will be. The dread of going back to work after vacation makes me wonder if we're in the wrong vacation. But not all of us will achieve what we want, and it is this thought that comes to haunt. From each minute to each hour, from the smallest building to highest tower, so many wonders we could set out to do, if only we had a blueprint and a clue. From sunrise to sunset of gamblers with every bet, the randomness that continues on from the night into the dawn. The ways of our lives, what to do, as it all goes on by. Sometimes there are goals we can't reach among the schedules that come to preach. Do not let this guilt haunt your mind, for what does it matter if you're slightly behind? New Year's resolution, what will you write? To only give up in a moment's hidden sight. If you have a goal, begin it sooner rather than later. For to reach it sooner, what could be greater? Money so fleeting in all that we want, as desires come in order to taunt, while we all grind and strive to reach the moment where we can thrive. There is no stillness of time through the passing age, as we grow older trapped in our cage, while some of us wait for eternity's wake, others question what's real and what's fake. Nature's winter rest within the northern regions, the frost makes its call. Drowning in the deep, where darkness comes to sleep, as voices go silent from the actions of the violent. Steps that walk like the water's flow, elegance of the ethereal flow, movements of beauty ever so slow, through the passage of time, ever so slow. Will you sit on a cliff's edge and let your heart sink with the thoughts of wonder and all the sights you drink, as the beauty of nature makes itself known in the landscape view it has not shown? Will we fall into our thoughts of life, thinking of chains that come with strafe? Will we embrace the light at the end, that message from hope that comes to send? That a message from hope comes to send. Distractions that come in haunting my poor mind. The waters flow down the stream, glistening like an ethereal daydream, as we listen to the bickering of the brook when campers come to rest and cook. Why fear the shadow and the unknown, as we desire all to be understood and shown? Is it the stories we tell to scare our mind, and our desire to see and not be blind? Works of our hand, what have we to show? Do we enjoy our place, or seek another to go? And when is there peace? Why do we bicker, when showing kindness help move things quicker? Have people lost their sense of what is good, ways we understood what evil was as we should? Yet what does that matter in the face of pleasure, to rob from another and call it your treasure? The veil of autumn, mists that shroud our morning sight, dawn's eerie beauty. The times in the forest we ran so free, playing in the way children should be. Yet those days have come and gone, as we wait for our next chance, another dawn. Lessons of the past for the sake of future thought, of things to study to prevent all that we ought. Yet some continue to refuse to listen and learn, content in their ways to let them and their children burn. Many a hobby in our relaxing ways to bear the passage of time through boring days, for some allowing it to become an obsession that allow them to turn it into a profession. And with that, we have volume 27 done, and next up will be volume 28, and then we'll conclude with volumes 29 to 30 until, I get up to volume 40. But until then, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.